Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to set up REST APIs or how to use REST APIs of Keycloak. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so I have Keycloak running locally on my system, but if you have deployed it on a server, that's fine as well. So I'm using the current realm. If you go to manage realms, here you can see I only have the master realm. I have not created any other realm. This is important. I mean, you can create your own realm as well, but I'm just using the master realm because that is fine with me. Then we need to create a client. So here I'll just go to clients. I'll just click on create client. I'll select OpenID Connect, and here I will just add whatever client ID I have. So I'll just add it as my client. Now you can give it whatever name again you feel like. I'll just click on next, and here you will have to click on direct access grants. Okay, you will have to enable the client authentication check. Again, click on next over here. Now typically what happens is that if you are calling this REST APIs from a native mobile app, you won't need this root URL or home URL or valid redirect URIs. And also if you are calling it from a web app, as long as your web app is hosted from the same domain as your Keycloak, then you don't have to worry about this. So I will be calling this from Postman, so I don't need to enter all this stuff. I can keep it as blank and I'll just click on save. Once this is done, just scroll down, and yeah, this all is looks fine. Okay, then what we have to do, so here I have opened Postman. So I was just playing around with it. So here firstly http colon localhost colon 8080. So if you have deployed it on a server, you will have to change the base URL. Then this is the realms, which is fine. Then this should be your realm name. So like I said, I only have the master realm, so I don't have to worry about it. But if you have created a different realm, you will have to change this. Then here I have just used protocol. Then here I have used OpenID dash connect, and here I have used token. So that's it. Next we need to pass few parameters. So here you have to make it a post call, and here you will have to select this as x www form URL encoded. So here you need to pass username, password, grant type, client ID, and client secret. Okay, so what is the username? By default, like I'm using this particular thing, right, for creating or hosting Keycloak locally via Docker. So I'm pass the username as admin, password as admin as well. If you go to users, here you can see I have the admin. So this particular type of thing, because the grant type is password, it requires the admin credential of any user as long as the user is an admin. So that is the important thing. Here you can see that's why I'm passed admin and admin. If your username and password is different for your admin user, you will have to change it over here. Grant type, you can just pass it as password. The client ID, if you remember, I have created the client as my client. If you forgot, I can just go to clients, and here you can see my client. So that's what I have passed over here inside client ID. Next is client secret. So for that you can just go to I think it is in credentials, and here is the client secret. So I'll just copy this client secret and I'll paste it over here, and then I can just run this, and here you can see I have got the access token. Now a few things to consider. The access token is very like it lives for a very short amount of time. Now you can use the refresh token to get the access token as well. We'll go into that in a separate video, but this video is in this video this is fine. So yeah, you can just get the access token. Now some of you might be wondering how to increase the access tokens time. So for that you can just go to, I think it is in, no, not here. You'll have to go to realm settings, and firstly you'll have to go to tokens. Scroll down. Here you can see access token. Now it is you can increase the lifespan over here, but here as you can see it tells us that it is recommended for this value to be shorter than the SSO session idle timeout, which is 30 minutes by default. So you can increase this time. So I can just make it as 30 hours. Don't do this, but this is just an example, and just click on save. Now you can again go back to tokens, and here I'll just make it as day. So 1 day is fine. So 30 hours I have kept it, right? 1 day is equal to 24 hours. So I have still lesser than the SSO session idle time, which is fine. Then I'll just click on save again. So this is done. Now let's come back to Postman. Here you can see it was 60. I think it is in seconds. So I'll just run it again. And here you can see the value has changed. So this is almost like 1 day. Now how to use this access token to suppose get list of users, right? So for that, again, you will have to copy this particular URL. So again, this should be your own domain, admin, realms, and this should be your realm name slash user. Okay, just a second. Okay, then we can just copy this session token which we have received. So I'll just copy this, command C, and I'll just paste it over here, command V, and I'll send. And here you can see currently I only have one user, admin user. So I'll quickly add one user as well. So go to users, click on add user, and I'll just add it as def, whatever you feel like, def@def.com. I'll just make the email verified as well. First name is def, last name is def, and I'll click on create as well. If you want to give some credentials, you can do that, but yeah, it's fine for in our case. And I'll click on send again, and here you can see I'm able to see def as well. So hopefully you got the point. Let me quickly try removing this admin. I'm not sure if this will work or not. Okay, I don't think it works. Okay, I think admin is necessary. I just got confused given that there is no admin over here, but this is how you call the admin REST APIs. So yeah, hopefully you got the point. That's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.